Wentz? He got 2 more years, right?
I don't know.
This was his,
I know
this was his third season.
This was his third season.
Yeah,
I know they said they either had to give him an extension or release or give Foles money. So
yeah,
I know.
You got to go with the younger quarterback. I know. Like Foles is like I said, Foles is a Philadelphia legend.
Yeah,
he'll never buy a cheesesteak ever again in Philly. But Wentz is too good, man. The potential that he still has and what you have right now with him.
He still played good last year.
Yeah, he had a decent season.
Yeah,
and he got hurt
again. Yeah, playing hurt.
Yeah, that's the only thing with him. though. He gets hurt in the way he plays. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what the whole thing started with Oakland. So we'll see what John Gruden and Oakland can do with those picks and see if they can develop.
We'll see. Yeah, we will.
I want to get your thoughts on the draft.
The draft.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What is your thoughts on Kyler Murray, man?
What?
Oh boy! he was like, "That's a curveball." Hold on.
What?
Yeah, we all over the place on
I
here,
like
man.
it. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, you like Kyler?
I do, and he's walking a fine line too. He's testing. You know, if I were him, I would probably go play professional baseball. Personally,
shout out to fucking Mike Trout. Shout out to Trout.
I would, dude. Baseball is He's Kyler Murray. He's good at both. He's really good at both.
Cause man, the boy got paid 12 years, $430,
and
he making more than franchise guy.
Man,
dude, the toll on your body is so much. It's less. It's not as it's not as taxing as football. Like longevity is huge in baseball.
Yeah,
but realistically, how many players do we see get outrageous contracts? You know, like one or two.
It's
a year?
It's slowly getting to that point because those guys push the envelope, and soon the market starts to fall.
Yeah, I mean, you just saw it. You know, Bryce Harper ain't no freaking slouch. You know,
no.
The exact same summer off season that Bryce Harper gets 10 for 330, Mike Trout gets 12 for 430. I mean, it's literally just a couple months ago. So
right.
I mean, it's bound to happen. Someone's probably gonna get 500 next year. Who knows? But it's so hard to get that type of money in baseball.
Yeah,
so hard.
Yeah,
there is a lot of work to it.
You've got to be one of a kind.
Yeah, that is true. It is pick your poison.
It's so much easier to get money in the NFL as a number 1 overall draft potentially.
Yeah,
but
he probably will because Arizona has the number 1.
Yeah,
and I think they're gung ho on taking them because I think they were talking about shopping Rosen, and they could use. I mean, they could use a quarterback. He's going to succeed in the NFL if he does go. He's going to succeed wherever he goes. I honestly believe that. But Arizona is a interesting team right now. You know, you bring in Kyler Murray, but like, what else do you got? You got David Johnson, who injury prone.
But is a beast when healthy.
He is. Yeah, he played.
He played what? 14 games last year.
Yeah, he had like average number. Like he wasn't like he wasn't like a superstar.
He wasn't a $13 million running back.
You've got and you've got what besides Fitzgerald, who's
they got to figure something out there.
You got no wide receivers. Like
they lost J.J. Nelson and they lost the other Brown receiver.
Yes, I forgot what his name is, but
I don't know. Like I think it's J.J. Brown, right? Or isn't it J.J. and J.J. Nelson and Brown? Or
yes, yeah, it's some kind of
weird
thing.
Yeah.
Well, but I was like surprised that like Terrell Suggs went there. I'm like, what direction does Arizona have right now?
Yes.
And how are you going to compete against Seattle, who was in a rebuild year last year and still made the playoffs? You got the Rams.
49ers, too.
49ers are going to be good this year, too, as long as Jimmy G stays healthy.
I mean, even so, they still got they got D Ford. They're going to most likely get Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
They just got they still got Sherman. Sherman played fine last year.
Sherman did great last year. They got I get Arizona for wanting to make the move and trying to compete with these. The NFC West is going to be a tough division,
and
but for like Terrell Suggs, like you want to win a Super Bowl.
Suggs said he went there for like family reasons.
Was it that? Okay, that's fair.
He's from Arizona.
That's fair.
And I think it's one of those things like on his bucket list to go play for the franchise he kind of grew up watching.
Fair. I actually respect that. Yeah. Some guys make questionable decisions for like go to teams for the money. Yes, yeah,
like
acquire the money.
Like Mike Sean going to Oakland.
Yeah. 100. That's
him going there. when D-Wade went to Chicago.
Right,
you know,
right. So it happens.
Usually just people always want to have that fantasy of playing for their home or their grown up childhood favorite team.
Yeah. Towards the latter half of I think Terrell Suggs he has some years left. But he probably could have retired, but there maybe a few years down the road. But yeah, I mean, if he's doing it for personal reason, that's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome.
So do you feel like Kyler Murray's a better prospect than
Haskins?
Haskins.
I think that's a tough call.
Or who would you
the athleticism is there with
the
Murray?
Most pro-ready quarterback in the draft right now? Would it be the Haskins guy, or would it be the guy from Duke?
I don't know
shit about that.
I got you.
I'm asking the football guy.
Hey, listen. You want me to take it, Matt?
If you want to talk some, yeah. I mean, I think Murray's the number one quarterback in the draft. I really do. Haskins is a close second.
Based on strictly upside, or does he
upside?
Because of the running ability. Because I know Haskins is pretty much a pure pocket passer.
Right. Yeah. There's a huge upside to those. I honestly think that's what it is.
Haskins to me, I got a good comparison. Okay. Dwayne Haskins to me, and this is not a knock on him, but I feel like he's a very fair comparison to Byron Leftwich.
That's terrible. Nope. Oh my God, that's disrespectful.
See, you jumping the gun. Let me finish my point.
Oh my God.
You look at Byron Leftwich stats in college. He was a fucking beast at Marshall. Coming to the NFL, it didn't work out. Now, I'm not saying that Haskins is going to follow the same trajectory as Byron Leftwich in the NFL, but you looking for like a pro comparable player like coming out of college into the NFL. I think Leftwich is the perfect one. He got a rocking arm. He's a pocket quarterback. Doesn't have the greatest athleticism, but he can move a little bit in the pocket and can punch it in at a quarterback sneak or something like that. So that would be my pro comparison going into the NFL, and I think he can get better, obviously.
Is Marshall a D1 school?
Oh, it's D2. Marshall's D1. I think so.
That's disrespectful. He went to the Ohio State University, and you're going to compare him to a D2 quarterback?
He had a great season, yeah. But coming out of college, Leftwich was projected to go.
Could he at least be Jay Cutler or something like that?
Cutler's... That's your boy.
No, don't you do that.
From college in 1 year. That's your boy. In college from 1 year, he went from projected 6th round pick to 6th overall pick. So, hey, man.
Shout out to Cutler.
And Cutler was bad in college, man.
But I think Kyler Murray is the better prospect.
Good bad.
Because that's a knock on Kyler Murray. They just think that he's a running quarterback. Kyler Murray can throw that thing. He's a very good passer from the pocket. And on top of that, he has the explosive running ability.
You know how dual threat quarterbacks just get put in a box, though? They do that to every dual threat quarterback.
They do. There's a tough label that goes with a dual threat quarterback, and Mike Vick was one of the best to do it. He is the best to do it. The ability to run the ball and do it, but running quarterbacks a lot of times get figured out too.
You think
so? You have to change the game. Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
You think he's better than Cam Newton? Dual threat? I think Cam Newton is the greatest dual threat quarterback ever.
Do you?
Yes.
I think Cam Newton's issue is being with Carolina. They didn't want him to run anymore to protect his health, and he's banged up. He's taken some hits being a running quarterback.
Who's better?
Don't look at me.
No, you just said hell no.
You got me all the way effed up. If you think I'm gonna ever say Cam Newton's a better dual threat quarterback than Michael Vick?
Michael Vick at his best was when he was with the Eagles.
Look me in the face.
When he was with the Falcons. So you telling me that Michael Vick was a better thrower and runner of the football than Cam Newton is?
Yep.
You crazy as hell.
Yep.
That is so. This is the fucking Atlanta Falcons bias. You just feel it in the atmosphere. God damn.
Yo, you need to understand, dude. Mike Vick had his own game, son. Ain't nobody ever out here. Ain't no these little kids running around talking about they want to be Cam Newton, all this other stuff. They was running around. I want to be Mike Vick. They had a whole Mike Vick experience thing where you sat in the
roller coaster thing.
And yeah, man. Come on, dude.
You talking a whole nother argument. Are we talking more prolific? Because if that's the case, yeah, Michael Vick's stardom was amazing, and you tune in to watch him like perform. But you talk about,
I think if Carolina let Cam Newton be Cam Newton,
you get an MVP.
He would be up there. He would be up there. without a doubt. But yes, he has taken a lot of hits being a rushing quarterback, and he's maybe that's why his wide receivers haven't benefited as much. Maybe, I mean, at least after that 2015 run, where he was a very good combination of both. But after that
was the best of Cam.
He would escape. He would be like, I don't like this. I'm going to go take off, and then go get popped, and he was hurt. He was banged up. He'd go to the press conference like, oh, that was, I'm feeling that. That wasn't great. I'm not getting protected out here, but at the same time, he's so quick to run away. Once you're out of the pocket running away, you're game. You go from the hunter to the hunted real quick.
Yeah, that's a big fact. That's a big fact.
So,
all right. So back to the draft. Is there any player that you is eyeing for the Colts?
I don't know about one specific player. I think picking up defensive guys in the draft. There's not one specific player that really catches my attention. There's a lot of talented guys, but addressing those defensive needs, defensive line.
How's that secondary looking? I know, like Malik Hooker. I know he's. I
like this. I like the secondary a lot. They had a very good defense. Like they shut down DeAndre Hopkins last year twice. It's really good, and their defense. This is like the best defense Indianapolis has ever had too. I mean, they didn't allow a single 100-yard rusher all season. Wow. So, and they went up against some studs. They went up against Zeke. They went up against. Derrick Henry emerged late in the season too, and was ripping them off. He went up against Adrian Peterson, who had a resurgence last year. So their defense is really good. It's really just about reloading, not rebuilding for them. Making sure there's guys ready to step up. Make sure there's people. Make sure people don't get too comfortable having a starting position. This young gun's going to come for my job. I guess I better work harder. Bam. That's how you have consistency with that. So, there's not really one single, a specific name that stands out, but defense is, I think, what they're going to go with the draft. Same with the Bills too. They addressed a lot of offensive needs and just keep building that defense. Defense does still win championships. It really does. I know it's a very pass-happy league right now, but a good defense is, if your quarterback is is putting up 21 to 28 points, a game, and you're still losing, that's a defensive problem.
Right.
Defensive problem, 100%. So, I mean, the Rams last year, I know we're diving off topic again a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's what we do, baby.
That's what we do. I love this show. Mm-hmm. This is fun.
See?
I'm having so much fun. And, highest paid defense, but, Jared Goff was getting into ridiculous shootouts last year. And this highest paid defense was exposed. They picked them apart. Like, the fact that Kansas City and the Rams game combined, I think it was over 100 points, for as much money as the Rams spent on that defense. That ain't good.
Yeah, they gave up 55 points that game. They gave up 45 to the Saints. They gave up. There was another big game too. I forgot. They gave up 40 something to somebody. I forgot who else.
Minnesota. They got in a shootout with Minnesota too. They didn't lose, but they got into a bit of a shootout there, and Kirk took him to the limit, man. he actually did. That was a really good game, and I'm pissed at it. I was like, "There's no way Kirk Cousins gets good fantasy points that game."
Hey, man, they held Tom Brady to 13 though.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. It's so weird. A team will do really, really good against one team and just like look completely night and day different for the next. Football's weird in that respect.
Yeah, it really is. And a lot of it too, like you can get all the players that you want, man, but if you ain't got the coaches to put them in the proper schemes,
dude,
it's not gonna work.
There's so many important pieces. Yeah. How many good players have just been put up with been around bad coaches,
right?
And it's
you see it all the time.
It's it's been a bad look on their career. Buffalo fans especially, they like to be like, oh man, we could have got OBJ, we could have got Patrick Mahomes. Well, would they have succeeded? Would they be as successful? Patrick Mahomes is with one of the best offensive gurus in the history of the NFL, and
Facts.
Andy Reid. What do the Bills have? They've had two or three coaches have been defensive minded. and not like not superstar caliber offense.